Unlike my mother, who, when alleged major neurologic disorder, Alzheimer's subtype, traumatic brain injury, and alcohol, loud, noisy, and light, all those recipients. As I was saying before, I got technical difficulties. My mom as, and I as, considering the time it is now, and a few minutes ago, I didn't use my mom whistling kettle and boil my cold water boiled hot because I didn't want to disturb any other residents next doors and across the hall from here. Not that it should really, because they shouldn't be eavesdropping. And it's a kitchen. It's my kitchen. Although the other day when the police went there from hear my phone call, I could hear the police and them from at my kitchen table, and that was loud enough. So I figure I'm not gonna, if they're anywhere that close to other front doors inside those other apartments, I don't want to get recorded and blamed. So noises, disturbances. My mom was noisy earlier, and I had to verbally convince my mom to take all her prescribed prescription meds amongst doctors. I didn't vlog. Happened as because I was in my family and I bathroom, and I was busy using the facilities, my facilities. More hungry, so I'm eating remain trail chips. I was eating earlier. Someone on a live earlier I did asked me how I was doing. Is anyone bothering us more? I have another pain reliever and some coffee, decaffeinated, unfortunately. There are health records, documents. I'm not lying about my mom. And public ones. My mom was cranky all day yesterday, even coming back in the elevator. Oops. Dropped a chip on my floor. My doing this is not disturbing anybody. gave my mom her meds tonight, prescribed prescription July 3. Maybe disturbed and annoyed another resident, although it should not possibly and probably and should. They should have been laughing. Don't call me crazy, and don't call my father crazy, and don't call my animals and my pet's fur babies crazy. Don't call me crazy. My mom and others. Instead, photos to prove it too. In public. And where I lived before, all those outwent phone calls while I was there, and while they were there, and or while I was there and or not there. All during. And all elsewhere. Same phone calls. Same phone numbers. Same internet too. Text messaging. Everything's and from their own phones. And when I wasn't there. Photos of Jane Roger and Janice Payton, Margaret and Frank Sabo, Mary Pat Madden, Andrew Taylor, Norman Thompson, all the other ones, all those other people. There's all that proof. And witnesses where I was. All phone records too. In mail. And possibly used those addresses as their return addresses. Detail. Not right, not correct, obviously not lawful, not legal. And them not employable, with and or without them not saying and not confident in each of them. All those other people. And we moved from there, obviously. And then it began more when we moved to apartments. My mom and them. And police, paramedics. Ugh, excuse me. All I wanted was a home for me and my pets, fur babies, me and animals. Pets, fur babies, with and or without my mom hospitalized, asthma, and or institutionalized and or jailed, with and or without parole center probations, new, or those other people I mentioned. Because they tried, showed, and told, and convinced us, themselves, and other people that they knew us and when my dad was alive, 1984 and earlier. All later, all since. It was a hard one to get her to take her medicine quiet enough so I could get in there and give her pills. She was in our bathroom, so I went in there finally, left her pills on her stool by her bed, and then she was yelling at me, lied that she didn't know where they were. I almost put them there, and she was yelling, and I was like, take your pills and be quiet. I don't want another reply from another resident anymore. Just wanted them to leave us alone. And I'm all historical, all geographical, all financial, and all new. I recently had her at the doctor more. And I reached out to the Alzheimer's Society earlier. And I told her doctor, I reached out to the Alzheimer's to see about getting a different medication because my mom doesn't like the medicine side effects. And I told my mom doctor, she wouldn't do anything. She lied that my mom is getting better, even after I spoke to her in private, that my mom was getting better, is better, and that the medication is working. When? How? Since my mom nurse hasn't been, my mom refuses to let me help her in and out the shower so that she can have a shower and be clean. She won't do it. And when I go in her in my bathroom, it stinks. It smells of her stuff. It's all over there. I mean, you know, she should have two cloths and know that she doesn't know how to do it very. It's like her face is disgusting. The smell off of her is gross. I can't get her to have one. I told her to do it tomorrow. We'll see if that happens. I won't be showing you, but I managed to get her, and I managed to get her to the hair salon she wanted to go earlier. And she got her hair done. At least that was a success. Holy, she's cranky all day. Ugh, excuse me. And she was storytelling. If anyone and everyone was show and tell, should can could Amos need show and tell and showed and told. All my mom showed and told. Showed and told. Seriously. Everybody and everything would be so much greater and better. Because my mom lied. And anybody and everybody that lies like that, there's something that they're hiding. And she didn't sound like that when my dad was alive. I don't remember my father completely because I was younger, although I do remember she didn't get to storytell and lie like that. I even went there, tried to stop it, and eventually all the people she was lying to, we all left. She sat in the chair all by herself, She kept looking around trying to figure out where. She was like, she had nobody to talk to anymore. We all just up and left. While she was getting her hair done, we all left for more than a few minutes. She was by herself. It was too funny. I couldn't videotape it because there were so many other customers. Privacy and safety, you know. I was like, oh, it's just too funny. And then my mom trans help ride came early. I was my mother, mandatory support person, and away we went on my mom ride. And while we were doing that, I got a phone call from trans help that what ride was coming with vehicle. It was too funny. And away we went. All the more. And so I'm not eating anymore. In addition to that, I ate a plant-based veggie kind of thing, bologna, and one of those hot dog buns. Put some plant-based condiment on that stuff, and I ate. And then before that, I ate 2 stuffed olives with garlic. Not any would I eat during the day as the wannabe fat person video today. Because I didn't eat lots when I was out. I got 2 donuts because Tim Hortons had the buy any size coffee, and you can get a donut for $1. And I don't eat lots of donuts nowadays. I just haven't ate it yet. I got the same 2 donuts. Got both of them. The apple critter cruller thing or whatever it is. Apple critter. The apple cruller, and instead I got something else. Whatever. One was fruit and one wasn't. And I want potatoes, but I just don't. And I didn't get very many potatoes on Wednesday, so I just don't feel like. Oh, I got it. I just feel like eating, cooking and eating. My hand just is throbbing pain. I had to go to the hospital and sit in the ER for more than an hour just to come back and get told, oh, there's nothing broken. It's just a sprain. Doesn't feel like just a sprain. I'm going to keep this on for another couple of days at least. Not use it so often, not move it around very. See if that makes any difference. Helping my mom was very physical. I very physical. I used both hands. And P.S. see anything in this neighborhood liked and or loved being symptoms and behaviors, mental illnesses, and encouraged it. Because when I spoke to the police out the other day, I was like, go look at the security cameras recordings recorded. And look at that. We're not lying. Just look at my mom's face who wouldn't come out. I mean, she wouldn't come and look at them or do anything. I mean, she's not pretty. I mean, she's not the pretty person she used to be when I was younger. She's like one of those women, had beautiful hair and everything when she was younger and then woke up, you know. Her hair looked nice today for what my mom wanted. I'd never get done that short. Not ever. Fringes is about as short as it gets. I don't want it any shorter. anywhere else. Blah. Excuse me. And I don't want it any thinner. And when my mom was younger, her other doctor and doctors showed and told my mom not to get perms and not to color her hair. It would thin it out, if not have it fall out. My mom wanted it permed. It's too funny. Sometimes her yelling and screaming is just hilarious. She was sneezing or whatever earlier. I was like, oh no. And I heard sirens in the neighborhood. I'm like, oh no. I don't want any of those replies. Other people. Well, it's true. They are other. They're not only people. They are other people. Others. Other people. Hello, Owish D1. Hello. Welcome to chat. That's my evening rant. A bit late, although. Stay tuned. Come October this year, I'll be coming out for a little while as a witch. The witch that I am was more, you know, the Bellis witch. The forest witch. Lazy pagan kind of thing, because I won't be celebrating anything. I'll just be coming out as a witch, with and or without the active out center of Mississauga Walkathon. New. Is there any? Are there any? Although on Halloween, the actual October 31, I'll just be sitting around here in some kind. Might even just wear this T-shirt. It'll be a T-shirt. Look to see if I could get a new T-shirt with the word witch, or use the same T-shirt as that, because that was really cute. Just sit and eat. Sit and eat. Probably have a Pepsi Zero. It's the only healthy thing I'll eat the whole day. And maybe some sugar-free syrup, vanilla. Whole day. Candies. I don't usually eat candies today. I had some sweet. Candies. Rockets. You know those rockets? Little sweet things that taste like powder. They dissolve eventually. And more so if you chew. I know I did when I chewed. Lollipops. Suckers. Toffee. And even when it's not Halloween, I like those mints that have chocolate in the middle, but I don't eat chocolate anymore, knowingly. I do like those mints. And those Mentos. M-E-N-T-O-S. Mentos. They're good. Especially when I smell of vomit, and I vomited, and I have the taste and smell of vomit in my mouth. Mentos mints and the fruit flavored ones. So good. Delicious. Tasted better than the vomit. Yeah, on my health record, the doctor didn't acknowledge the word vomit. It's just fainted. And when I tried to Google, go and access my email and go in to get my health record, it was mostly not there, which isn't allowed. The doctor had to do everything and analyze it, and I couldn't get. I'm supposed to have complete and utter access to all my health records, whether they're correct health records or not. Jack Spears, get off YouTube. You're batshit crazy. No, I'm not. Well, hello, Marcus. Hello again, Avril. I consumed a large quantity of updates in an effort to get some sleep. I see you're also awake at the switches hour. Yes, I'm awake. I'm going to get my coffee. some sugar-free syrup, and then before I do that, I'm gonna have one of these once more. And do I wait long enough, more than 20 minutes, half an hour, so I'm gonna take a muscle relaxant. My neck, my knees. It's switches hour, switchy hour. Yeah, I haven't seen any bats or anything outside my windows, not yet. Are you in a comfortable sitting position? No, not very. I feel it very uncomfortable. But then that since earlier this year, February, March, May, and June 5. Which is really odd considering this Heritage Mississauga. The Mississauga used to be pro-witch. I don't know why it went anti-witch. All the little trick-or-treaters this year should really reconsider coming out as witches, because you never know. I wouldn't want any one of them to get arrested by the police, from the police. Because they're wearing a costume. Ridiculous. I don't trust the month of February, but I love October. Do they arrest witches in Canada? Oh, yeah. They falsely allege, they falsely accuse. And then they don't like it when the witches had educations and careers and hobbies and lots of alibis. And there be security's cameras on recording all during all that. And I wasn't around. And even when I am around, the security camera could may must need record all of that. Including including all to, at, on, in, out, from, and by my mom trans sale brides that happened earlier than now. Sanua Sandeepa, why do you look like Donald Trump? That is frightening. Witches need protecting. Exactly. I didn't know I looked like Donald Trump. Are they surveying you? I can write them an email to leave you and Mom at peace. I don't know their email address, but I don't know. Yeah, sometimes when I was walking along, some people were sitting in their vehicles documenting all times we were coming and going. I don't know why, because all their complaints now, complaints, accusations, and allegations were all false, and they were just stalkers stalking us, whether we knew them before, all during, and later since. Writing down what we were, with and or without videotaping, filming us, photographing us. Maybe it's because you're a celebrity. I don't think so. Celebrities shouldn't even be documented coming and going, not even 10 times. It's ridiculous. Sitting on private property, outside a complex, private property, same avenue, document whether they're another resident or not, watching and doing all that to document our comings and goings, our came and went. Still, you have the right to privacy. Could they be paparazzi? Not what I saw. Paparazzi don't usually sit and do all that. And if it's even, especially the internet trolling kind, the alleged influencers, the alleged creators, they shouldn't be doing that. Reaction channels, they shouldn't be doing that. To add on, in, out, from, and by here. And I mean, this neighborhood can't hide it much longer. There's security's cameras. Sooner or later, the truth will come out. I agree. Let witches be at peace. Nothing to document. They should mind their business. Yeah, they should mind their own business. I don't do lots of witch. I did go out the other day, and I vlogged some of it. Oh, I had a great time with the ducks. I didn't get many visits from anyone else, just ducks. I didn't see any squirrels, chipmunks, or anybody. But then it was firecrackers, fireworks. They might be all in hiding. It's Yeah, they were all in hiding. It's too bad. Maybe next time I'll try to get there a bit earlier. Be good. A bit earlier. You know? Got lots of ducks. More than 5 or 6 ducks and some ducklings. Baby ducks. With their parents. It was really beautiful. And firecrackers. Fireworks. The building I used to live in before here. Somebody was throwing them off the roof and or a balcony. I videotaped that. That could have caused a fire. More than one fire. Where's that? I mean, creek could set a tree on fire, garbage on fire, somebody's balcony on fire. So could set a vehicle parked below on fire. Set the building on fire. It's worse than throwing out a cigarette butt, since smoking. I was out there walking slowly. Did a little bit of walk fit. Hadn't done in a while. Rested twice. Had 2 sit rests. One of them on a bench. On my way home, went for coffee. Slowly. Went to buy a bag of crisps. Didn't see any I fancied, and just left with a hot coffee. Oh, and then I walked home slowly. Hopefully, I'll get to speed things up back to normal. Finish my coffee. I hate fireworks. They remind me of when I was in the war. Baby ducks make the world better. Avril, take your muscle relaxer, dear. You don't want to be in discomfort. What a nice beauty sip for your face. With a nice big beauty. Oh, with a with a nice beauty sip for your fans. Yes. One of these first. That's a big sip. Beauty sip. My knees are very still. They're swollen. I told some other people that the leg massage I was given, with the pedicure that I had on June 5, I did not like. It goes to my knees. I didn't want one before, and I did not like. Nice. I don't know. I told the ER staff that it happened. It wasn't self-inflicted. I didn't bruise myself. And it wasn't an illness that was pre-existing. It was the pedicurist that did that. And you know how sometimes you get a little text message asking to rate your visit? Did you like? I know. I don't. That time I definitely did not give them a rating of any kind because it's lower than 0, and I don't know what that number is other as a minus. They didn't have that, so I didn't bother. Painful. My legs do hurt. Thank you for keeping us lonely folks company, warming us with your smile. Oh dear, that sounds terrible. I hope your pain is soon relieved. Avril, I don't like giving ratings either for poor service. Oh, I know. It's really awful. And my mom doctor, it was in the geriatric ward, senior services, neurology. And it's like on purpose, she wants us to forget. I really wish I could have logged that whole appointment. It was just all the questions she asked my mom. She didn't get them all right. And I asked for an MRI CAT scan, and she never made the appointment. She never made the referral. Because all those Q&As, that doesn't add up to being a major neurologic disorder, Alzheimer's subtype, major traumatic brain injury, alcohol. I told her all about it, all about what was going on, and she would not give my mom a new medication. I'm going to complain to patient relations when I'm feeling better. Complain about all. Too often, healthcare providers do not provide adequate care for the elderly. It's a shame. Oh, isn't it though? Especially where the healthcare providers on such as this internet and elsewhere internet trolling. I mean, it's one thing to, and especially since the patient and or the patient family provided the healthcare providers with links as evidence and stuff, and they just like, oh, it's just the patient forgot. And has a head injury, but we won't investigate it any further than that, although we have lots of evidence that the daughter didn't do it and the mother didn't do it, and that there's some head trauma. But the head trauma, a trauma, it doesn't qualify to be investigated that there was a concussion, and that the concussion and other medication, other prescriptions, such as Prolia injections, could have caused my mom to forget and has been confused. When my dad was alive, when we were younger, my mom didn't forget as often. She didn't lie as often when she was younger. And she wasn't easily negatively influenced by other people, as I mentioned before, with and or without me home. You're so kind, Avery. We're in her fly. I remember one time I went down to the creek and a mosquito landed on me. I went and heard a fly, but I tried to get off me, mosquito. Mosquitoes can leave a little bite, or they can leave a huge bite. It can itch for ages. And itch for ages. It's just itchy. It's not painful mostly, it's just an itch. Mosquitoes are evil. Well, they're hungry. They're like little vampires, you know. In the media, they show vampires as big, fanciful bats that turn into some sort of vampire, like Vladimir or something. Not necessarily true. It could have been a species mosquito of any and all sizes. You go up north, you get them bigger than the ones around here. You're little vampires. Exactly. Read my mind. Oh yeah. I wish I could. I don't. I don't know how to do that. Well, intuition. Although, but yeah, mosquitoes are little vampires. They're so cute. They're cute. I don't like anything and everything, but mosquitoes are cute, especially when you're up north, or, you know, and they can't necessarily get in, but they get in the hair, and they start to buzz all around. Buzz. They can do it for hours, hours, and then trying to find the little mosquito, the mosquito size of it, and then, well, by vampire. Honeybees. I like honeybees. Mine takes a lot of practice. So, I like intuition. Enjoy a firefly or praying mantis, but I'd like to keep my own blood. Thank you very much. Laugh out loud. Oh yeah, praying mantises. Isn't that fun? I like fireflies too. Praying mantis. Do you know the female praying mantis mates and then kills the male mantis? Praying mantis. And that's legal and lawful almost anywhere and everywhere. Must be nice to be a praying mantis female. And or male. Yeah. Yes, lady mantis is cool. Carnivores. I like to keep my hand this way nowadays because it keeps it, now that my elbow can take the weight, keeps it straight. I don't move it as often. It's just unfortunate the blood road goes down to my elbow. I love all of the world's magical little critters. Forests, grassy areas, birches, etc. Ah, yeah, me too. Cottage countries, you know, all those places, you expect that, you know, little critters. Caterpillars, butterflies, bees, mosquitoes. Fireflies. Oh, an occasional moth. I remember one time I lived somewhere and a big white moth got in apartment, and my mom doesn't like. Did she like when she was younger? She didn't remember allegedly. And my cat was, remember my cat at the time, alive, living with us, alive, chasing after that moth. And I was like, of course I want to save my mom and the cat, that cat, our cat. So I got some kind of container and I trapped the moth, and then I let it outside. Although I was curious, I would have liked to have had it crawl on my finger or my hand a little bit, but it didn't stay long. It went outside. I like. There was a place that had butterflies, and you could go visit the different species of butterflies. And I remember they had some caterpillars and certain things. They containers. They were breeding and waiting for the caterpillars to cocoon and become butterflies. It was beautiful. The butterflies would land on me or Dora put them on me. And I thought it was really mean how some people would walk and they didn't keep the butterflies off the pavement, and some of them got killed, stomped on by the guests, the visitors. And I would pick. You're not supposed to have picked them up, but I felt sorry for and I didn't want to watch them getting stood on, so I pick them up, and some of them just stayed with me for a while. On me, it was. I even sometimes do that. I haven't found a caterpillar yet. This area, there's not lots of caterpillars that I found. Maybe it's just because I'm not there at the right time. And if I was to ever find, those 10 caterpillars, those like fluffy ones, the big, the, I just like, not the centipedes, the caterpillars. And the reason I like the caterpillars too, because they don't lay anything. They won't lay. They wait till they turn into butterflies before they lay their eggs. At least I think so. I'd love to have a caterpillar. And feed it, put in a container, one of the special containers, feed it, and wait for it to cocoon and fly away. Maybe come back for a visit until it went out into nature as it should. As he and or she could, that is. Had another beautiful sunset tonight. I was looking here for my nap, and the sky just looked nice and bright, orange and red and stuff. It's really beautiful. Oh, so real. Really beautiful. I used to like taking evening strolls until those little black flies, and you could see them in the air, just a cloud of them, and how they separate and they end up on, and it's don't believe they're mosquitoes, but there's something. Ugh. Oh, good. So happy to see you caring for yourself after you have a lost person, fans. Kind-hearted Afro friend to critters and plants and fur babies, etc. We need to be kind to all critters, creatures, all nature beings, especially the tiny ones, innocent and defenseless, beautiful nature. You could care for a caterpillar. We did that in school back in the day. The, the gnats. Oh. Thank you. Yeah. Isn't it great? Isn't it good? Isn't it awesome? Reminiscing about all the animal cruelty elementary and secondary schools did. science classes, environmental studies, entrapping, entrapped animals, even little critters like caterpillars, and dissected live frogs. They weren't fully dead. They weren't dead. As when I was on TikTok once, must have been an Oriental restaurant or something. They had like, you know how you can eat frog legs? They weren't doing that. It was like a frog, but it wasn't likable. They were dipping, and I could hear the animal, the frog screaming in pain. Gross. I actually reported it to TikTok as animal cruelty to have the videos removed. It's gross. It's so awesome. I'm so excited for your vlogs during Halloween this year. Oh no, that is awful what they did to the frog. This is why I am vegan. That's why I'm vegetarian. When I find out and remember animal cruelty all those other people did, it's gross. It's like going to McDonald's and ordering a chicken nugget. You just never know. Or a chicken burger. Those places just never know. Or the meat patty of any kind. You just never know. My mom likes that stuff. I've tried, but like, I'd rather be vegetarian. You just never know. Now all their food is labeled. You get it in a piece of paper and served. You just don't know. There's not any list of ingredients. You just don't know. I don't know anyway. I didn't know. It's like well, it's not like when I said I don't eat fish, and I ate at one of at the centers I mentioned earlier, and it was like tuna casserole or something. And I'm like, no, I don't want any. I don't like eating fish. I got some of the pasta, but it was as if they picked the pasta out of the tuna, and I got some of the tuna. Yeah, or salad, and it was either Caesar salad dressing or um, another, and it was fish. I try not to eat fish. I've tried to eat fish sticks when I was younger. I don't like eating fish. I ate fish in December 2024. I don't. That's the first time I ate fish in a long time. I don't like fish eating. Makes I've ate shrimp with coconut batter or whatever, and I vomited. I don't like eating fish anymore. I don't like sole. I don't like. Although some places I did ask, can I have some of the batter without the fish? And they cook it for me. They did. They cooked batter. I haven't done that in a while. I should do that again. There should be more vegetarian and vegan options when dining out. Yeah, Red Lobster. I used to have when I was there with my mom. Could hardly find it. Baked potato was vegan with vegetarian condiment butter. I couldn't find a rice pilaf. I couldn't find a salad. I don't know what the bun was. Were buns. My mom liked it, although it wasn't the same quiet atmosphere that it used to be. Somebody that was staff was going around trying to sell, well, selling, coupons, gift cards. It was annoying, when the servers used to come and ask how the meals were. Okay, but not that. We haven't been back since, but then in February, diagnosed influenza type A. But then you never know, the servers and cooks could have been internet trolling. Could have been bad. Well, not bad fish, could have been off. Fish tainted with salmonella or something. Although then they didn't know I was going to eat any fish. They only served my mom. Maybe my mom harassed them, and they just wanted to reply to. I don't know. And or they just were internet trolling and replied. I don't know. I love a good baked potato. Also, sweet potato. I make a jacket sweet potato stuffed with curried maple chickpeas. Are people you are people you encounter in real life that trolling you on the internet? Yeah, sometimes. Ooh, sweet potato stuffed with curried maple chickpeas. That sounds good. Yeah, I like a jack. I my potatoes when I cover the baked russet potato with extra virgin olive oil, some sea salt, and put in the oven. And cut, open it somehow and put some plant-based condiment, real butter in, and yeah, it's in the crisp, the skin and the extra virgin oil, or extra virgin olive oil and salt, sea salt, not regular salt, not Himalayan salt. It has to be sea salt. That is good. I like sweet potato too. I like it baked, but I don't do anything to the skin or add anything. Just plant-based and or real butter, and sometimes salt and pepper, like Himalayan salt or. And of course, I like kettle cooked potato chips. I did save some for my mom, but my mom didn't want any, which is fine. I didn't know she wanted any in the first place because she said no. No, I didn't know it was 200 grams. I thought it was a smaller bag. Wow. Well, I knew, but I didn't know. I just was like, and I know where it was. Look at that. I wonder what kind of oil they used. Vegetable? Oh, sunflower oil. 30 chips are like 250 calories. 250 calories times 4. I 900 calories? No. Because 4 times 5 is 20. Oh, 1,000 calories. Whatever. That in a sandwich. And 2 garlic stuffed olives. Ah, yeah. This is why you're the real foodie beauty. You can cook. Sounds delicious. Oh, 24 times 4 equals 1,000. I was right. Ah, must be those muscle relaxants. I'm beginning to remember how to count. Not that I forgot that I could do it better, greater than I. Then I was when I was younger, I was a music student. I could read music better than I could as an adult since. So, I had lots of rhythm when I was younger. I don't have that anymore. And sometimes I want to do something like tap a drum or something. Drum fit. This year, all I did was a little bit of walk fit, did nature, and a little bit of gardening. Oh, that's greater and better than most with my condition would ever did. I suppose that was good. And I ordered a chair that was supposed to come with the cup holder. Chair with cup holder. Got a cup holder, didn't get the chair, so I asked for a refund. That's okay as long as it relieves your pain. Wow, music. Did you play an instrument or sing? Yes. I relax. You know, it's really weird. Some people sit and relax to orchestra and or whatever other kind of music. I like to lay back and or sit back and listen to rave and techno rave and just, you know, relax. I don't do anything, I just relax. Often I can even fall asleep. And when I'm exercising outside and inside, unless I have to hear the instructor, I don't listen to anything. I just listen to nature. I like when I can hear the birds chirping, and I recognize cardinals, and I wonder, where is she? Where is he? Where are they? One's over here, the other's over there. When are they going to meet? Where are they? Because it's wonderful. And then, and only then, I begin stalking cardinals. So anytime, because I'm really curious. I'm a bird watcher. I like to watch birds. Sometimes stand at my balcony earlier, elsewhere, and I would watch the birds fly around. I was like, yeah, yeah. And sometimes they would do it back to me. They'd end up visiting. Got lots of pigeons. Here, very few. There's not any food out there. I don't eat out there. Very rarely have anything out there. Not even in the wintertime did I have even when my cat was alive. Hot chocolate. Oh, I like when pigeons go. Hello. Hello, Zelda Moore. Hi, Zelda. Hi. Can I hit Granny? Breed cat, please. No. Avril, your connection is messing up a bit. It's cutting out your audio. Avril is not Granny. No, you cannot hit her ever. Thank you. I'm gonna get my coffee. I'll be right back. What do you want to see my knee? That's what it looks like today. Lots of the bruising has gone down. Swelling, which reminds me I haven't done my physio exercises. Okay, be safe. Thank you. Oh. Were anyone just showed and told, show and tell that they were here and with and or without technology, special effects, raped, maimed, killed us? Anywhere on social media, internet, anywhere, ever? That should get traced, and one, it should be removed from where it was, you know, posted, such as TikTok or wherever. And two, those that made those should can could be must need judiciary punished and traced as and be judiciary punished and jailed with and or without parole under probation's new. I don't think it's funny. With and or without those other people, those creators sued when found. whether they videotaped, filmed, recorded, real time, and live streamed. It doesn't matter. They're all bad, all purposeful, all wrong, all not lawful, all not legal. Obviously, there's something wrong with them, that they're not sane and not competent and obviously not employable, not even self-employable themselves. Beauty sip and prescribed prescription painkillers. It's very late and need to sleep soon. I wrote my friend. Yeah, and I don't like pharma, so my doctors and I agreed that make it as mild an opioid they could give. And I said, well, I want something that's like codeine, not just codeine 1, codeine 2, but very, you know, something like that, but 1 or 2 up. So my doctor gave, and that's what I've been taking. It's not the strongest, it's not the weakest, but I can take like anywhere from 2 a day to I to 6 a day. I don't go that high. I take maybe 2 or 3, and depending on the severity, I could take about 4 a day. But usually I just take. Sometimes it's just 1, and I suffer, and then the other times I'll take 2, and I'll just suffer. When you know, like t- today's 2. Tomorrow might be 3 if I'm not doing anything except being around and helping my mom lots. Such as a Sunday. Sunday, if this is hurting like it is now, and my knees, my neck, my back, I'll possibly be taking 2 long before dinner and 1 going to bed. And eating lots less. That'll be a soup day. I like to have my soups on Sundays. I wanted soup today at lunchtime. I just didn't get to have. I like to have my soups with and or without crackers. If I have crackers, you know how you go to a restaurant and they sometimes just give you a packet of 2 crackers? Why? I know it's etiquette not to eat lots of crackers with soups, although I like at home, am I in a cracker mood? I'll eat crackers and soup, not soup with crackers. I like it to be like cereal, especially if it's like cream of broccoli, cream of mushroom. I mean, I can barely even open a can today. Hopefully Sunday I can open a can, or might have to eat out, or order in. I haven't done that in a while. Oh, it's my mom. She doesn't accept or understand that sometimes if there's an illness out there and the world wants us to separate and isolate, that we had to, and should Cancun, we must need home oftener during alleged pandemic. Although I can't understand 1800s, etc., 1918, etc. Modern medicine, I think it was mostly media hoopla and total bullshit. It was just a vaccine that was made and not given out properly to patients. And it was a worldwide phenomenon, a phenomena, worldwide phenomena, paranoia, germ phobia, misinformation about an illness that pre-existed long before 1918. Severe acute respiratory syndrome. It's just one strain after the other. It's like when the news reporters reported mad cow disease was back. It never left. And foot and mouth disease was back. It never left. Bird flu. It never left. Influenza type A. When I was diagnosed, the doctors had to report it to World Health Organization and or whomever, and isolation was supposed to happen. And I was discharged to take my mom home because I was my mom's primary caregiver, and my mom allegedly fell here. She got home, and my mom showed and told her injuries and her bruises. My mom fell. I wasn't with my mom. And when I was with my mom at the hospital, when she was visiting me, waiting to take me home, she wanted to go home. And she came back with bruises. She had lots of bruises. But she doesn't want to say it's anything else. She didn't want to show and tell, so that's my mom. But I never forgot. I know all what's on social media and internet, etc., and all text messages and everything. And I know when some other people tried to set me up and do stuff, showed and told and believed that I couldn't show and tell the traumas. Oh, I showed and told. And doctors, not all of them, not the honest ones, not the good ones, they don't lie. You're so pretty. Thank you, Layla Ashar. Oh, sorry, Ascar. Uh, did somebody file a noise complaint since they were internet trolling and eavesdropping another resident? Security guard and or police, they reported it. 2 nuisance calls more. Absolutely ridiculous and falsely accusing me while they're internet trolling and or eavesdropping. And or the condominium corporation and or the security guard. I just can't sleep yet. I don't want to take you with me to my bedroom. I want to redecorate in there. Even if it's just for another few weeks, I want to decorate. I want to treat myself to a new comforter or something. I keep trying. I got a blanket. It's just not big enough. I wanted it to be like a comforter. It's just not big enough. Other residents, and those other people, they want us to leave so much as, well, they wanted me to leave. They wanted us to leave so much, so lots as their replies. We weren't even wanting to know them. I mean, I used to be polite and occasionally say hello or replied good night, said good night, have a nice day, replied, just a bit of a blethering kind of conversation. Nothing personal, very. All their scare tactics, threats, violence were violent, and vandalism outside one front door of size and over the apartment number. Oh, it was creepy. They never got any better, any greater than that. You know the myth that some other people tried to make real, that witches live dirty? I don't. I mean, this is an illness. I have to get a plastic bag, and I have to cover it with some kind of plastic for a couple more days, at least. I don't like being dirty. Never have, never will. I'm messy. I mean, I even cleaned some earlier this week before the end of past month. Tidied up some. Just couldn't get all my garbage put out the other evening. I even washed the floors. Swept it all up. Used Swiffer wet jet. Washed the floors. Did as much as I can. Good. A lot more than my mother did. I even began cleaning out the refrigerator. My refrigerator. As much as I could do. Then I want 2 storage cupboards. That would make the place a lot less cluttered looking in some areas. Other than that, and I got deliveries. I bought my money. Not that it's any other person and other people business in my neighborhood. Who, what, where, when, why, how. My money. My money. Got some Christmas shopping finished. Do I get another fur baby? A little something something to my friends and acquaintances. I'll show you my shopping haul later in the month. I showed you a little bit, but not the other stuff. I showed you the return. I showed you the Christmas gifts. You have to wait and see. And I got a new thing to put so that when I'm having a shower, because the wall thing in the shower doesn't have anything, and my right hand. And I'm not disabled. I wasn't born disabled, and I am not disabled. Okay, I've got another physical challenge. That's a injuries that need heals. That's not disability. I don't call that disabled. All before, all during, all later, and all since 2007. So today was wearing yellow. Tomorrow's Pink Friday. Pink wear Friday. Friday wear pink. Friday wear pink. Are any of you wearing pink tomorrow? Friday? Friday wear pink? I want to wear pink tomorrow. And I want to eat pink. Color's pink. More pink. And I hope everyone at the Active Adult Center of Mississauga has a nice day tomorrow. There, all elsewhere, all everywhere. And I suppose Stalker Bill Baggett, not very, really, although I suppose. I do. I laugh when well, I don't laugh, I cry really when some other people try to convince me they knew me and they were my ex and or having relations with me and they don't. Just internet trolling, etc. My mom and others. Oh, I can't wait to see the outcome of this year. New Year's resolutions. I don't believe in it very, although I do a little bit of a list. Quit smoking, top of the list. Because I did that. Exercise more, did that. Eat healthier, did that. Attend religions, did that. Drink less alcohol, did that unless it's communion and they still continue serving alcohol. Red wine. Should have that for dinner one night. Lunch. Maybe my doctor will give me the okay. So, 6 ounces of red wine and a piece of bread. Something my mom and I never asked the doctor. My mom was going on and on complaining she could never drink a wine. Never asked if she could have it any more than just once a year and or occasional. That was too funny. And I did. I Googled a list of eat healthier, have less Alzheimer's, less neurologic disorder. Foods. My mom has a sweet tooth. I can actually kind of understand more now how other people misconstrued that eating lots of sugars could interfere with mental health and lead to mental health not well, such as sugars, alleged diabetes, alleged mental illnesses. Because if you don't know somebody very well and you do or don't, and the person is drunk, it can be misconstrued as a mental illness. And they're just drunk. I got drunk one night. I don't drink a lot of wine anymore. And I remember my cat Rudy Noah on his pillow and or at the end of my bed, and he saw me finally get there, and he just sat there and shook his head from left to right. He was even like, "Oh, you gotta be joking," and he was like, "It's too funny." Company, listening to it all the moaning and groaning. I had a good stomach then. I didn't vomit as often. That stuff was good. And I didn't have to have as many pain relievers back then, and anti-inflammatories, and muscle relaxants. I didn't drink every day. I just Chardonnay. Could drink less of that. We can drink red wine. Red wine is like drinking Pepsi Max. I mean Pepsi Zero. I've been watching videos, live stream stuff. Pepsi Zero. I could drink it. I haven't had a drink in a long time since I was a guest somewhere. Might have been white wine. I know, pretty sure. Haven't had a beer and or half a beer in a long time. Longer than I've had red wine. Had a vodka and ginger. Oh, that was good. Before wine. Because of medication, pain relievers with and or without anti-inflammatory and the muscle relaxants. I'm not supposed to drink any alcohol. So I'm going to ask my doctor if I can have at least 6 ounces, especially on a Sunday, at least once. Or just, one of those little, Dollarama kind of things. Dollarama plastic wine glasses, just less than 6 ounces, barely even 3 ounces. And if I can't just do it with bread, maybe some piece of garlic bread or something. Especially considering it's Presbyterian. I know I was totally like, I'm not going back. Oh, I went back. I attended it for about 10 or 15 minutes. Canada Day. Oh, it was Gay Pride Parade. Pride Day, so I didn't stay on. I'm away with the fairies, although not that way inclined. I'm away with the fairies, although I'm not that way inclined. Fairies are sleeping. My pussycat Rudy Noel liked to play with those fairies when they were awake. I hope the fairies like their new fairy garden outside this year. Myself and pets, fur babies, Bella's Fairies Garden. It's simple and yet it's unique. I can't wait to see if the wisteria was gifted past year growing, or I have at least one seed. I know for sure one seed like published on social media. So should can cook made this Negro. I know it's a tree kind of thing, although make for a nice little hedging so other residents over there don't see over as much. Does it ever grow while I'm here? I don't know if that when I maybe we move out, maybe instead of the other ones, you know. Uh, maybe well, I'll see. I was gonna say maybe then I could have my pussycat get some Christmas lights and put it on the wisteria and have my cat post photos, but my cat's dead, so that's not gonna happen. And like just maybe 10 minutes of it and then take it down. Visible to me and my cat, but not to others. Then now that I think about it, I won't want to piss off those other people next door and have them falsely accuse and falsely allege. Next mission in life, get my mom to a hearing specialist, get her hearing tested. And not go to lens crafters, but although go somewhere else, get my mom. Does she need a annual optometry exam? Something my mom did mention, she did not like going to Mississauga Retina Institute. She complained about having a headache. Headaches. My mom has privacy. I'm not showing and telling everything. Such as, does my mom let me help her have a shower? I'm not going to show her to you or anyone else public. That's between me and her. Does my mom show and tell anyone else? That's my mom that went public with that, not me. Goes public with that, not me. I should say, goes public, didn't go went. I mean, I won't stay the whole time. I'll just supervise that my mom doesn't fall in the shower and out of the shower. Does my mom need me to help get her dressed? I'll help her get her dressed. Does my mom want to wear nail polish? My mom can't do it herself. I can help my mom. I'll do her nails. I mean, it won't look very professional, but I can help her. I won't miss her nails the same as my mom can miss her nails. You know, vision. I can even I can wear these too, you know, during. Just my mom want to. I'm sure my mom has something that's maybe a neutral tone. Whether she bought it for herself or bought it for me, I don't know. I don't wear that stuff. I like to wear stuff that's going to last longer. Because I use my hand softener. That's why I like the lead shellac, because it lasts longer. So was I to go out, water my garden, pull up a weeds, and do the cleaning I mentioned earlier, more tidying the messy, my nails should be okay. The nail polish should not chip. That flower. Oh, I was supposed to show you all. I was supposed to do a video. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do it a Friday Wear Pink video of myself and fur babies, Bella's fairies garden outside. Better and greater than not ever. I'm sorry I was late. I didn't mean to be late. I will. I'll show you a new video. That daisy I brought home, that looks like Bella's daisy, Bella's perennius. Flower. That's growing really good out there. So it was maybe. So it should. It's a wild flower. I didn't buy it at the garden center. Got some tomatoes today. Grocery store. And I was like, and my mom was like, "Do you want one?" I'm like, "Yes." What I might do, can I get a little pot in a dollar store somewhere and put the soil in? Maybe I'll over here where nobody can um, throw. Where I lived before, some other people threw cigarette butts. I quit smoking. I didn't sit out there. It didn't matter what religion I did, religions, be it paganism or anything, kitchen witchery, whatever. I did. I got sicker. I don't know if it was because I ate tomatoes over there. I don't know. Maybe I'll just get a pot and grow tomatoes here. Maybe I'll just keep planting indoors and see if anything grows. I don't know. This condominium is difficult. It's not like, had I had backyard garden, I probably would have put the tomatoes out there, see if I could grow any. I probably would have taken. Tomorrow I'm gonna eat Friday wear pink food. And I do. I want to have a fried egg sandwich of some kind or other, fried egg, 2 garlic stuffed olives, a Brazil nut at least. And I'll help my mom might want a sandwich. Maybe she'll make a grilled cheese sandwich for herself. I can supervise. I help my mom stove on, stove off. And during the daytime, we can, could make must and need use our whistling kettle. Whistling kettle. I'm glad my cat lived long enough to see and hear that. That's one video I have not, two videos I have managed to keep thus far, thus long. The cat sitting in just outside the kitchen, I just front, just around that guest bathroom, my bathroom, my half bathroom door. One wearing one of his favorite bibs, and my favorite bibs. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my slate? And anyways, he was sitting there purring. It was beautiful. He was beautiful and happy. Not feeling well, although happy. Yeah, he was happy. My beautiful creature, my beautiful pussycat. Handsome, wearing one of his favorite bibs. It's gonna be an interesting Christmas this year. I don't know that I'm going to do any celebrating really without my pussycat Rudy Noel. Just gonna keep putting stuff in storage. Just be my mom and I. And the outside fairies. The outside myself and fur babies. Bella's fairies garden and my cactus and just family. Not a lot. Unless I get another fur baby, then I'll go all out and celebrate Christmas. But I doubt it right now. I don't know why other people are haters and why they keep internet trolling and hating us so much, especially hating on me. I did nothing wrong. I did nothing bad. I did nothing purposeful. I did nothing wrong. I did absolutely nothing illegal. I did nothing. I did not unlawful. I didn't do anything. I did not anything not lawful. I was not illegal. I was employable. And mental health, of course, I was saying incompetent. I did, oh, well, when I was younger, I did cross the street. I, beginning of this month, I did not jaywalk. I used traffic. I walked accordingly, legally and lawfully. That's me. When other people used to accuse, other people PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, after a trauma, auditory hallucinations, paranoid, prejudices, You're questioning someone's mental health that way because they're having stress. Post trauma. That's what I said to my mom today. My mom was grumpy before. My mom's done it before. I was like, don't even accuse and or allege like that ever again. I love it. She went on and on and on. I continue to think it's funny that everybody just left her there, and she was looking around wondering where everybody went. That we all just left her. Her hairdresser, hairstylist went away. The other people, customer, etc., went away. We all just left her there by herself. It was too hilarious. She had nobody to talk to and like to anymore. And then when I was waiting in the that was when he took a while for her to come. Privacy and safety. I didn't. Sorry if it upset any of you, my audience, fans. I could not. I'm not a vlogger like that nowadays. I like to get less and less. Privacy and safety. Respect other people. Privacy and safety in addition to mine. Privacy and safety. Myself and all others. Myself and all others. Although I can record going to from here to the shooting back. Do I want to? I can go to the elevators and return. Videotaping. Do I want to? And photographing. I'm allowed. Although I don't like to show other people. Very. Not very. I use often. Always. Well, sort of. I wish I could get the technology where I could blur out others' faces. Privacy and safety. I'm anti-animal cruelty. Hello. Snap. Anybody there now? Family and friends, allegedly Joyce Perry. Bus trips extraordinaire. Road trips extraordinaire. And when I fall asleep on that bus, it's hilarious when I took my naps. I have witnesses more than just one or two. I snored. I actually snored. I snored while I was awake, while I was sleeping, but my eyes opened. Snoring. I can snore. And it's not a snore. I snore. Snarky snore. Snarky, snarky, snarky. Don't call me Miss Piggy for nothing. I said to my mom I should get my cell phone and I just should videotape it. I'm sleeping. See if I can get that because that is just hilarious. My mom's sleeping. You're snoring. Yeah. I miss my cat too. Alive. And with me. Bad times. I used to go to bed and just obviously snore. But then I'd wake up out of it and it wasn't me snoring. It was my pussycat snoring. His congested snore was beautiful. I didn't like to be disturbed, but when he was just, it's just a beautiful snore. And the bus ride that time didn't make any sudden stops that I know of. And I like the buses that have those seat belts because when it's the front seat, I like to wear the seat just in case there's a sudden stop. I know that if there's an accident, it's not always a good thing. Although there's never been an accident as of recent. But if there's a sudden stop, I don't want to go through the window or hit the window. And it wouldn't be my mom that's cranky, it would be me. I'm thinking that coffee is going to be a miss for the night. I just want to go to bed. And we'll just. Good night. Have a nice day. Be kind to all, everyone, everywhere. Kindness, kind. I was kind. I am kind.